My name is Cecilia Garcia. I am the Gender Projects Coordinator of a youth-led organization based in Mexico City called Espolea. And while talking about youth and gender, I think it is important to understand that the way we define these two concepts will let us understand how youth perspective and gender perspective are defined and used as tools of analysis. So what it's important to understand about these two concepts is that there is not a single definition, of them, because youth is diverse, they have different interests, they have different characteristics, and as well, whenever we're talking about gender and the populations that we study, talking from this perspective, we can talk about women, men, transgender communities, LGBT community. So understanding the diversity of this, or the diversity that these two concepts enclose, we can understand how youth perspective and gender perspective are essential for advocacy in the HIV context.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Okay. Given that we have a various definition of youth, gender, and there are many perspectives, especially that most of us came from different cultures. How do you think we can meet in the middle, or how can we integrate these concepts in order to come up with an effective advocacy, especially in HIV/AIDS?
Okay, well, I think by designing effective communication mechanisms to gather all the ideas and perspectives and needs that these diverse populations and diverse communities have, because we can't attend a conference or a session or whatever you can think about saying that you represent a certain point of view if you haven't done that grassroots work, or if you haven't actually approached those communities. So I think that designing these communication mechanisms, not only to actively involve these populations, but to really gather the ideas, their perspectives, is a way to develop better advocacy campaigns. Because we won't be representing, or we won't be advocating on behalf of one group or a few perspectives that do not recognize or do not acknowledge the diversity of these populations. So I think that is one way to do it, and also by understanding the underlying or what does, as I was mentioning at the beginning, how is youth understood in a certain community, in a certain country, in a certain region, How are these key populations understood, And their role and their perspectives is a way also to enrich these advocacy efforts to respond effectively to HIV.
Okay, lastly, Cecilia, what is your message to our fellow youth who are not be able to come here in Washington, D.C.?
That even though you're not here, that does not mean that your voices can be heard. So I invite you to communicate or approach organizations, people, even policymakers that are participating in these spaces, to take your message and bring it here. I would say that, and I also would invite you to continue working to have a chance to eventually come and participate in one of these conferences, because I think it is a once in a lifetime experience that it gives you a lot of elements to grow and improve your work, and also it gives you the chance to meet amazing young people from all over the world that have something to say about what should be done around HIV.
Gracias, Cecilia.
De nada.